Hello, kindergarten friends. So today is Tuesday, and we are kindergartners. We've been kindergartners for 141 days. Pretty cool. We're going to get started with our math work today. Today's video, we're talking about how addition and subtraction, how the facts relate to each other. So I'm going to show you our first problem that we're going to be working on together. Okay, so you may notice how there's penguins here, and then there's these two equations right down below. Now, if I look at this picture and I look at these equations, I see a lot of things in common. You may notice how the numbers in these equations are the same. There's an addition one, a subtraction one. We have to try to figure out which one of these equations matches the story I'm about to tell you about this picture. So listen carefully. 4 penguins play outside. 2 went into an ice cave. How many penguins are left? This problem doesn't require you to write anything, but if you want a little think time, you can pause the video now. So I was thinking about this one and I was saying, there's 4 penguins playing outside, 2 go into a cave. How many are left? Well, I know they're starting with the whole, they're taking a part away. So when I look at these equations, this one, 4 take away 2 is 2, would be the correct one. That's what would relate to this question. Let's work on this next one together. So these next two problems, they relate to each other because they're going to have math facts that you'll see have similar numbers. So listen carefully. There were 5 penguins on an iceberg. 2 went off to get food. How many are left? Pause the video and try to write an equation that relates to this story problem. So I'm going to work out this story problem now. We started with our whole number 5. We realized that 2 went away, so we took away 2. And now we know by looking at the picture and counting, there are 3 left. So my equation that matches my story problem is 5 take away 2 is 3. Here's our next one. So we have those 3 penguins. They're on that iceberg. The 2 penguins that went to get food are coming back. How many are going to be back on the iceberg or are now back on the iceberg? So we have 2, and now we're taking our 2 groups and we're putting them together. So pause the video and try this one. So we had 3. We now know, I'm going to just move these over so it looks a little bit like 2 different groups. We now know our 2 friends came back. So 3 plus 2 equals 5. If you look quickly at these 2 problems, you'll see how the numbers in these 2 equations relate to each other. We had 5 take away 2 is 3. And then we notice that 3 and 2, or 3 plus 2, is 5. What you're going to learn as you get older is that these are 2 equations within a fact family. And there's like families of numbers, and then they all relate to each other. So this is the start of that. This next one, This is something that you're going to see in your independent practice today. What they do in the practice sheets to show putting two groups together or taking them away, taking them apart, is they draw arrows. So you can see this arrow pointing towards the other cubes. That means it's asking you to put these two groups together. So I'm going to just show you this example so that then when you do your independent practice, you'll notice how to do it. So I have my one cube, and then because the arrow is pointing towards this cube, I know it's trying to be added on. So I'm going to do 1 plus 3 is, and then I'll count them all up. Or I'll go 1 and then count on. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that would be the equation that's represented here with the picture. The arrow's pointing the other way. We're talking about subtraction. All right, my friends, I will see you again tomorrow, and I look forward to it. Have a good day.